Hey YouTube, how's it going? Welcome to another video. In this video I want to talk about something that I don't think is really ever addressed or even noticed. And that is the quote unquote Consolation Prize light skin slash biracial chick. Alright. And some of you probably are like, what are you talking about? But maybe some of you are like, I think I know what you're talking about. But let me get into it. Let me go into this. But oftentimes, when it comes to some of these, you know, like some black men, right? Especially darker skinned black men, but not necessarily only them. But sometimes these, like the light skin or biracial chick will be used as sort of a consolation prize because oftentimes they may feel like, okay, I kind of want to go exotic, but I don't want to go too exotic, where it's like going outside of the community, thus being labeled a sellout. So instead, they kind of go for the light skinned biracial female as sort of like, well, a consolation prize. It's not exactly what he may have wanted, the dude may have wanted, but it's good enough. It's good enough. In some cases, the guy may have wanted to go non-black, but it's sometimes it can be difficult to go non-black, right? One, being labeled a sellout. Two, having to deal with the uh, racism or the discrimination, you know, even from like the family that you could possibly be marrying into, or at least being associated with or dealing with. So for these guys, the light-skinned biracial chick is kind of like a safe space for them, where it allows them to you know, satisfy their taste for the exotic, but also be able to stay in the community, right? Still be able to, appear and look like, you're down. You're here for black people. You're like, no, you're not one of those types. No. Who when they come up, when they get on, they leave you for a white girl, right? They don't want to be seen as one of those types. So, you got to play the cards right. For example, I say Michael Jordan. His first wife was light skinned. I don't know if she was biracial or anything, but we can say light skinned though, right? Current wife, white Hispanic, or at least white passing Hispanic, right? Another one, possibly another one. I say Lionel Richie. I think his wife was like biracial, or at least his first wife, but I think he cheated on her with a white woman, I think. Another example we can talk about, perhaps maybe Kanye West, because at first he was more like on the black side of things. I think the at least one of the women that he was with prior to Kim Kardashian was kind of like more so like a light brown look, right? Whereas, she may have been like peanut butter, you know, chocolate peanut butter maybe. Whereas like, you can be light skinned on one, on Tuesday and dark skin on Thursday. Yeah. Those are just a few examples I can think of off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more out there. But I don't think that the light skinned slash biracial female is aware of this. You know, or perhaps, she could be aware of this, but if the money right, then hey, it's okay being a consolation prize, right? you know, like I said before, like these light skinned and biracial women, they ain't that innocent. They know what's up. They know how to work, work what they got to get what they want. Get a good come up. Especially off these dark skinned dudes, they definitely know how to work that. I think they may even got that down to like a science, honestly. You know, and oftentimes when it comes to the community, especially particularly black women in the community, looking at black male celebrities, typically we are conditioned, as a community, to kind of see, you know, the dark skinned black men being with the light skinned biracial woman as like a win for black women. I think the black women are especially conditioned to see that as, a win for them, right? Heck, even with, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, I think even with that, black women to an extent are supposed to be conditioned to see that as a win. Hmm. Hmm. Do I think that Meghan Markle is a consolation prize? Hmm. No. No. But if she was, I mean, come on. That's a. I don't think. I don't think she's gonna be complaining. Let's be. Let's be honest. I don't think she got much to really be complaining about. You know. And also, she doesn't look like a consolation prize, too. That's the thing, right? If she is, she doesn't look like one, right? When it comes to the situation, like it doesn't look like Harry just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna settle for her, right? Another example that kind of just popped into my mind. I won't mention this person's name because they're a YouTuber. They're on YouTube, and I don't really don't want no beef, you but this person is a YouTuber. You know, he also has, stuff popping off of YouTube as well. But he's on YouTube. He's in the pro black sector of YouTube as well. Um, and if you kind of listen to him, and what he says and some things, you kind of may get the feeling that he may be into white women. At least has maybe a fetish for white women, right? But because he's in the pro-black sector of YouTube, he can't really be seen with, a white woman on his arms, right? He can't be seen with Becky on his arms, right? So, you know, his wife at the moment, his wife and the mother of his children are, um, is biracial, you know, part black, part white. Has a black father and a white mom. And some people could say and feel like, based on, you could kind of, if you listen to this person for a while, listen to the guy for a while, you may kind of get that feeling like he's kind of like has a thing for white women. Um, but, he had to settle for biracial Becky instead of straight up white Becky because he couldn't be on this like in this pro-black sector doing this pro-black stuff, this pro-black adjacent stuff, and have Becky on his arms because folks, especially black women, would be like, "Nuh-uh, I ain't fucking with it." Next, right? Let's be honest. But but because his wife is biracial, it's kind of like it's more acceptable. Some black women still have an issue with it and have expressed their issues with it, but it's still like